Here are 8 exercises to help you strengthen your shoulder and specifically your rotator cuff. First, we're going to start to loosen up your shoulder with crawling your fingers up the wall. So you can stand about arm's distance from the wall, engage your shoulder blades back, and you can just crawl your fingers up the wall and then slide your hand down and crawl your fingers up and slide back down. And you can do this about 10 repetitions here. And this is helping you to increase your range of motion, nice and slow and controlled. You want to get up taller to increase, you just step closer to the wall. And you want to do it on both sides, even if one shoulder is giving you a little bit more aches and pains than the other. You always want to rehab and work both arms. I like to do one arm separate from the other so you can really focus on each side independently and see the weaknesses and the strengths of each one. So that's the shoulder crawl up the wall. Okay, secondly, I'm going to have you use a flat band and a door. So you're going to open up the door and you're going to take the band and place it flat up against the edge of the door and then wrap the band around the doorknob. So you're working with each doorknob. And then you're going to stand back. The further back you stand from the door, or the closer your hands are to the door, the more resistance you're going to get. And you're going to drive your shoulder blades straight back, squeezing your shoulder blades together. You want to keep a slight bend in your knee and then release. So squeeze your shoulder blades back and then release. Exhale, squeeze back. Inhale, release. So you're doing a banded row, really focusing through your lats, your shoulder blades, squeezing back. Okay, the next exercise you're going to do is a straight arm pullback. So now you're going to have your arms straight, you're facing the door, and you're going to drive your hands and you're keeping your arms straight back. Again, squeeze those shoulder blades, try not to let your shoulders round forward, and then release. Pull back and squeeze, pause back there, and then release. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, release. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, release. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, release. And again, all these exercises, you can do 2 sets of 10 to 15. Okay, so next we're going to do a T exercise. So you're keeping your band around the doorknobs just the same. You're going to take now your arms out to the side and you're going to pull out to the side. Again, squeezing and then releasing. If you need a little less tension, take your hands further back. Squeeze and release. Squeeze and release. I'm going to show you so you can see straight back. So squeeze and release. Work those shoulder blades. Great. Squeeze and release. Good. So 2 sets of 10 to 15 repetitions on all of these exercises. Okay, so next what we're going to do is take the loop that you have and you're going to slide your hands on the inside and tuck your elbows in at your side and thumbs up, and we're going to pull your arms apart and then bring them close together. Exhale apart and inhale together. Keep those elbows tucked in at your side. So you can do 1 set with both arms, and then you can break it up and do them individually. And again, like I said, with the crawling your fingers up the wall, I like it to be done individually as well so that you can really work on the weaknesses and the strengths on each given side. So whether you're doing it individually or together, make sure that your shoulders are back, lats are engaged, chest is lifted, and you're tucking those elbows in at your side, really focusing on the external portion of your shoulder. Great, so this is individually. That's the external rotation with the band. Okay, so now we're going to do an overhead extension with this loop. So you're going to hold the band in that same position, spread your arms apart so you feel the tension. Then you're going to drive your fingers up towards the ceiling, keep that tension, and then you're going to reach all the way up and then bring it down and release. Spread it apart, squeeze those shoulder blades in the back, fingers up, go all the way up towards the ceiling and come down. And then release. Spread apart, go up towards the ceiling, come on down, and then release. Apart, lift, nice, slow and controlled, come down and apart. This looks easy. You're going to feel the burn. It's really good to strengthen your rotator cuffs because this is the number one place where people get injured in their shoulders. Good. Nice, slow and controlled. So trying to do 10 repetitions to 15, take a break, and then you can go again. Nice, slow and controlled on all of these exercises. Good. Okay, next I'm going to have you pick up a light set of weights. You can even start this with no weight at all. Definitely would not recommend doing it with more than 5 pounds, but 1, 2, or 3 pounds. These are 2-pound weights that I have. So you're going to hold your arms up at your shoulder levels. Your hands and your elbows are at a 90-degree bend here. Elbows up. And then you're going to slide your hands up. So your hands come up and then rotate back down. Real important to keep your shoulders out of your ears. Keep your shoulder blades, your lats engaged. Slight bend in your knees. Slowly come up and then down. Slowly lift up and then come down. And try to keep your elbows up in line with your shoulders as you do this. So from the side, it looks like this. Great job. Okay, and then relax. Okay, last one I'm going to show you is lying down on the ground. It's a similar exercise. This is just a little bit different way to do it. So you're going to lie down on the ground. You can just rest your head on your outstretched arm and have your elbow tucked in at just at your hip level. And what you're going to do is you're going to do that same kind of motion. You're going to lift your hand up and then slowly bring it down. Exhale, lift up. Inhale, slow it down. Exhale, lift up. Inhale, slow it down. Exhale, up. This is working the external rotation in your shoulder. Up and down. Up and down. Good. And always work both sides. Even if you have one shoulder that's giving you more pain or you're rehabbing from an injury. So tuck your elbow at your side and then rotate up and bring it down. Rotate up and bring it down. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower, real slow and controlled. Up and down. Great job. Great. So those are demonstrations of 8 different exercises that you can do to work your shoulder. Of course, if something doesn't feel right, I can always modify it for you. So let me know how it goes.